Hello, this is MRR Collects with this week's additions to the collection for August 1st of 2020. The first note I got was 50 rupees from the Seychelles with the parrot on the front. Great reflective logo and security thread or strip. And then I'm going to say a tree frog ish on the back with flora, fauna, however you want to say it. And next note I got here was the from Cameroon. It's an earlier note. Great artwork. Love these. The African, the stylized lizard, the female character on the front. Don't know if it's a stylized cultural representation or an actual person. I believe it's just a cultural person, but I could be wrong. And architecture and the watermark area with an iconic figurehead designs. I love these notes. They show a combination of French influence on the type of artistry, but with African design work. It's fairly awesome. I'm really happy to have it. 500 francs for Cameroon. And then next up is Rwanda. This is a newer note. I have this one, an older one of these without the color shifting gorilla in here. And I believe the gorilla is actually a little bit more pronounced, a little better colors. I'll have to get them next to each other. But this is a great 5,000 franc note. Very desirable with gorillas being very collectible, and even the baskets with the design work on the back is really cool. Next up, for some reason, I never picked up the 5,000 Afghanis from pre-war Afghanistan with the mosaic patterns in the middle, which are very cool, and the design work around the edges is just awesome. And then we all probably should know that mosque. This brings up an opportunity to say that not all monuments or design features on a banknote are literally in that country. So this is a very important mosque. Obviously, I'm not going to go into it, but I believe it's not in Afghanistan. However, it is very important to that state. Next up, we have a couple more notes I, for some reason, hadn't picked up yet, or sometimes it's hard to find or track down. I use about 6 different sources, and then availability, and I try to get all my notes from sources within my country for shipping and crossing borders with money. Sometimes customs can be a little interesting. And this having an elephant on the back is nothing but cool and awesomeness. Great nature shot. And elephants are deities in that part of Myanmar. Of course, used to be Burma, but name changes. And then picked up the 500 with again great colors. The great stylized. I'm gonna go with lion, or maybe have to do a little more research on that, and that it never ends with this hobby because it is, I'm not overly familiar with that region's, not completely familiar with all the traditions of every country in the world. And when you have banknotes from every country in the world, it can be a little interesting. But this one's a little more recognizable with Gandhi on the front of the new 20 rupee note from India. Again, just outstanding design work, very stylized and very cool. Really stands out. This one is it's one of the newer notes, and it's a lower denomination, so it's they're using a lot of them, and it's been a little interesting to track it down for a decent price. I did pick up 10 of them for the collection with absolutely really cool architecture as well. And then I picked up the series of an older series of Indian banknotes with their iconic. I don't know if it's a statue, a logo, or what have you, but it is. It's pretty much very standard, very commonly used in Indian notes. I believe it is off on this one. It's usually the watermark is that of that. And this one was. I thought I had this note, but the back is different. I don't know if it's the Tree of Life or no, that's the next note. I'm sorry. But anyways, I was showing planting in the fields and agriculture and I believe a dam off in the distance. But very cool colors, very cool note, and I don't know. I don't think this one has pinholes. So in older Indian notes, very common, as in standard, that their notes have pinholes, 2 pinholes right here. When they bundle them together, they staple them straight at when they're printed. So it does not detract from their collectability, and they're still considered uncirculated, even with the pinholes, because they all have pinholes, and it's very rare to get them without pinholes. But you know, you're going to pay a premium on a lot of those notes that would normally have them if they don't. And I believe this one, I don't know if it's the Tree of Life or what have you. Haven't been able to research it yet, just got it. But I will probably be looking it up. So, just an awesome note. I didn't expect this to be this nice because I didn't see the back when I got it. I just got the whole set. Next up, really happy. I hadn't really looked at Namibia in a while. I think I only had 1 or 2 notes, so I just got the 10 and the 20. I'm showing you the 20 for this one because, anyways, I collected pages of 3. So you have a 3-sheet page, and I like to have the country for each page and do it alphabetically. It's just the way I'm doing it now. So I've now picked up to where I can have a Namibia page and be cool. And then the backs are always great with iconic animals. Looks like I'm gonna say deer, some kind of deer, but I am probably wrong, and that is just me. I think I got this next one down though, because it is one of my favorite notes from Costa Rica. It's 10 mil colones or 10,000 colones. I don't know if they're gonna drop the mill at some point. A lot of times, we'll see. I'll bet you, could be within the next 5-10 years that on the next series, maybe that they drop the mill for 1,000. But the back being the three-toed sloth, very cool. We love the sloths. I can't stop watching videos. They're really my spirit creature. That's really what I'd like to do, is hang around and sleep all day. It's just a me thing, but absolutely cool note. I love the whole series with the nature series of these notes. You just can't beat it, and very collectible. So in the last note from Sweden, had to pick up the 100 with Greta Garbo on it, and just a beautiful note with the blues. It's just a great note. I'm really happy to have it in the collection. And then the back again. Sweden is one of the more desirable countries as far as I'm concerned. I'll do a whole video on the countries you just got to have in your collection. And so that is it for this one. And you guys have a great day. And I'll see you later.